Hello, Dan Joss. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
So today on Money Talks, let's not talk about money.
Okay.
Let's talk about real estate renters insurance. Now, this seems like an odd topic for you, but I think it ties to money because we're insuring our assets with renters insurance if you happen to be renting.
It is. It's one thing we review as a CFP, Certified Financial Planner professionals. Insurance is one of the main topics.
Okay.
Renters insurance. I had someone recently talk with me about their insurance, and I asked, "Do you have renters insurance?" And they didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Which is interesting, but not everyone knows what we know.
Well, that's true.
But they do know if they lose something, or something is stolen, or something is burned in their house, that they'll not have what they used to have.
Right.
They'll wonder what they can do about it.
And I think it might even protect them, depending on the policy, against a claim from their landlord if they've done something wrong.
It could, yes. But imagine coming home to find all of your possessions destroyed in a fire or other catastrophe. We've had hurricanes and other problems with adverse weather on the coast.
Right.
And it destroys not only the homes and the condos and the apartments, but everything in them.
But wouldn't your landlords take care of that?
A very nice landlord would.
Okay, well, that's sort of an oxymoron
there. Your landlord, they have insurance.
Okay, and their insurance would cover it.
Their insurance on the property you're renting would replace the property you're renting, but not all of your property.
Oh, okay.
So
if you wanted to ensure that your stuff was taken care of, you should insure it.
Well, kind of. I mean, insurance won't take care of your stuff.
Right.
But it'll replace it. It'll give the funds to replace it if it's destroyed.
Okay.
Computers. If you have lots of computers, like our son, that's part of the work that he does. Could be a writer or a, what's it called? Proper scheduled item.
Right.
On the renter's insurance.
Okay.
Because there's policy limits to these renter's insurance policies, and they only pay out so much. So that's a conversation you have to have with your insurance provider. Say, how much insurance should I get?
Right.
Scheduled expensive jewelry. There's sometimes a limit. We typically have more high-dollar jewelry items than what a normal policy would cover.
Okay.
So there's a reason to have a good conversation with your insurance provider, and then get 2 or 3 quotes just to make sure you're covering everything, because everyone's particular specifics are different.
Yes.
Do I have a roommate? Do I have a dog? Those kinds of individual circumstances can change the price of a policy.
Right. Right.
But it'll cover your clothing and your television and your bed and your kitchen things and all those things that are inside that you own that we typically forget about, but we accumulate over our lifetime.
Right. It
can turn into something that's pretty valuable.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of clients that have had their homes burned to the ground and they've had to start all over. And it's not a fun process, but when an insurance company shares that risk with you and gives you some money to replace those things, it's better than not.
Yep. And I think in some policies they also provide some allowances for lodging, because if your house was burned down, you probably need a place to stay.
Yep, they do.
Unless they're staying in your house on your stuff.
No, I'm not offering that.
Okay. All right.
For those situations.
Financial planner, not a guest home.
Loss of use is what that term is.
Okay.
Where because you can't use it, you incur other costs.
Okay.
So insurance company will have that. Restaurant meals. I mean, you're not able to cook at your home anymore, so you get an allowance for feeding yourself somewhere else.
Okay.
Relocation costs.
Right.
Rental while you're looking for another place to move, short-term rental while you're looking for another place to move.
Okay.
Or rebuild.
Right.
Whatever you're working with your landlord.
And renter's insurance, it sounds like because it provides so much, it would be crazy expensive, but it's really not that expensive,
It's
is
not
it?
that expensive because, remember, the landlord has to repair their place. It's not yours.
Right.
So you're just replacing your personal belongings that are inside it.
Okay.
And some policies cover things other than loss of use or personal belongings, but some liability.
Right.
Someone is injured in your rented place.
Okay.
So check with the landlord, see what they actually may require you to have renter's insurance, but not everybody does.
Okay.
So check with what they have and what is missing so that the policies work together.
Okay.
And if they don't require it, then check with 2 or 3 insurance companies to see what they recommend for that area, because each area of our country is
a little
different, and each place has its own risks.
Okay.
And it's not expensive.
No.
$100, $200, 6 months.
I've heard even less than that
Less
at
than
times, depending on how
It
nice a
depends what
stereo you have.
Yeah, it depends on
Yeah.
what you have, and computers are getting less expensive over time, or more powerful.
Right.
And people are, well, everyone's different. Some
Yeah.
people have more stuff than others.
Right. Very true. All right. So if somebody wants to get in touch and chat with you about renter's insurance, not that you sell renter's insurance,
Or
but
anything
financial
else.
planning, that's true. You don't sell anything else. You're a consultant. Provide time
An advisor.
and advise. All right.
Yeah, they can give us a call at 757-903-2127, or look on our website, jossbrown.com, for more information about us.
Excellent. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Money Talks is a weekly program presented for the listener's benefit and entertainment. It is provided at no cost to the listener, and the ideas, opinions, and comments are not to be construed as legal advice, tax advice, investment advice, or other advice specific to the listener. Listeners are encouraged to seek the advice of a licensed professional or other qualified party when dealing with financial, legal, tax, medical, investment, insurance, taxidermy, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, real estate, chiropractic, veterinary, oral hygiene, hot air ballooning, etc. We have given you some food for thought. Now, call a licensed professional such as Dan Joss at 757-903-2127. Thanks for listening, and remember, failing to plan is planning to fail.